Hundreds of sailors are visiting Seattle this week as part of the Seafair Fleet Week. So Navy ships paraded along the waterfront today before docking downtown.
Just love that sight. King 5's Ted Land taking us aboard one of those ships tonight, and he joins us live along Elliott Bay. Hi, Ted.
Hi, we traveled along on one of these Navy ships as it traveled from Everett down to Seattle today. We got to meet the men and women who serve their country at sea. For some of them who travel the world, this is their favorite port to visit. At 8 a.m. sharp, a sailor hoists the morning colors high above the bow of a Navy ship in Everett. It's a big day for these crews, who spend much of the year far from America's shores. This is their chance to show off and enjoy some downtime in friendly waters.
About a mile out, we've got another vessel.
We're aboard the USS Mobile Bay, a guided missile cruiser, one of the Navy ships visiting Seattle for Seafair Fleet Week.
We're going 10 knots, sir.
The San Diego-based crew of 350 includes some sailors from Washington.
I reported in May 2017, as soon as I commissioned from Washington State University.
Lieutenant Junior Howell Dacus is from Bremerton and now works on ship communication systems, protecting them from cyber threats. He and the crew recently returned from a 7-month deployment, which took them around the globe.
I would say it was life-changing. Besides San Diego and Washington, I really haven't seen the world, and then that's what a lot of sailors, they say, they join the Navy to see the world.
While they were welcomed in most ports, there were some tense moments.
I'd say the most sketchy area was probably the Middle East, off the coast of Iran. The tensions there are pretty high.
Chief Petty Officer Justin Frank from Vancouver says Iranian ships would come aggressively close and practice shooting nearby to make the Americans feel uneasy.
258 feet beneath the dome, cruiser chart depth.
But this crew stayed focused on their mission, which includes responding to global threats at a moment's notice. This is called a vertical launch system. Under each of these doors, there's a cruise missile ready to fire straight up into the air. After all they've been through this past year, this is a welcome sight, especially for those who call this corner of the globe home.
I've been to a lot of ports around the world, and coming back to Seattle, I don't think there's anyone more beautiful than this.
Once we pull into Seattle, I'll just take the ferry boat home and I'll see my parents over in Bremerton.
Makes it convenient, right?
Yes, sir.
There are also ships from the U.S. Coast Guard and the Canadian Navy arriving here on the waterfront, and they will all be open for tours this week. You can come down here and get on board, explore some of these ships, and see what life is like on board those vessels. As for the sailors, keep an eye out for them. They'll be all over town in their dress whites, doing some sightseeing and enjoying a few days back on solid ground. Live along the waterfront, Ted Land, King 5 News.
It's everybody's favorite week. Thank you, Ted. So there's a lot going on for Seafair. To make it easy, we have just put all the stuff together. Just text the word Seafair to 206-448-4545. We'll send you a complete list of all the Seafair events.
Lots to do and see.